Okay, so this next form, we're going to use a really popular library these days, especially with Next.js apps called, and React apps, honestly, called React Hook Form. And so let's go ahead and just install that. npm install React Hook Form. That's installing. Why is it taking so long? Oh, it's because I use pm install, I think. pnpm I install React Hook Form. Sorry about that. Okay, and then npm dev. Boot the dev server again. Let's minimize terminal. Let's minimize this side. So here I just have my page component. It has a form title and the form. React Hook form. Silly name, but I didn't want to confuse anybody. So I don't think we're going to be working in this page at all. So we can go ahead and close it. So we'll be working just in the form file. And we don't need, this is the wrong form file. Right here. There you go. That's the form. It's back to our credit card form again. Nothing's added here, just the form itself. So React Form, the most important thing is that we're going to be using hooks, so we need to change it to a client component. And let's import use form from React Hooks form. And let's go ahead and use the form. So const form is equal to use form. And we can structure a lot of things from the form. Actually, let's do it like this, yeah. We can structure a lot of things. First, I think we should make some initial values. So I'll just go, or a type. We want to really take advantage of TypeScript here because so we can type our use form hook from React Hook form. So type, I'll call it values. It's going to be equal to card holder, should be a string. Card number should be a number. Expiration date. Well, technically they're all going to be strings because that's the way form data gets rendered. But I don't think it's a big deal here. So we can TypeScript it with a generic, like this, values. And then we can say, one option I want to pass is revalidate mode and on submit. So it's only going to like double check for errors when you submit it, not as you type, which I think is better. So it's gonna recheck the errors after you press submit again. I'll show the difference in a second. Actually, I'll comment that out. And now we want to do is we want to pull out. Let's pull out first the register property here, and we want to register our inputs. So we don't need names, which we don't have here. So we can do. We can spread out this new line here. We'll spread the register, and here we want to give it the name. So cardholder will be the name. And look, TypeScript help me out here. And I want to do. In this object, we'll have validation, but I'll set that up in a second. So we'll do this here. The card number. Thank you, TypeScript. Expiration date. And CVV. So now our form values are registered. And now let's create a submit form. Where is this? So right here. So to create a submit form, we need to pull out the handle submit from use form, the use form hook. And then we need to use that as our on submit, and then handle submit. And then we need to pass in our own submit function into this. So handle submit will be like a mediator to make sure our values are validated if we use any validation. Let's create that submit function real quick, and it'll pass us the values. So it'll come here if the validation passes. We'll never get to this submit function if the validation doesn't pass. Right now we don't have any validation, so it's gonna pass for sure. So I can just log the values. So log the values. So let's type some stuff in. And complete purchase. And here you go. Our values are all logged. And of course they're all strings, as I said before. So that's the submit form. So we can now add some validation. In the next video, we're going to use Zod to have real, like, more refined validation. But here we can do some light validation. So these validations follow the same as like regular HTML. So if we press space here, we'll have like minimum length, max length, pattern required. So the one I want to do here is required, true, and then min length 3. And here we can do required, true, min length 3. I think I'm gonna do the same thing for everything, maybe. Let's see, min length 2. Here we just do required, true, and here we just do required, true. Minimum number should be 100, right? Because TBB should be 3 numbers. And the we can do max, sure, why not? Max 999. So if I submit this, we can see here that we're not. Oh, let's go back here. Submit. Our values are not logging here, as you can see, because we're not passing the validation check. So before we do that, we can also show the errors. So let's go ahead and do that. In order to do that, we need to pull out the form state, and from the form state, we'll structure it even more and pull out the errors. Okay, so then underneath every input, we can show the errors. So let me grab my error component from route handlers. I should probably make that separate component, but it's okay. And underneath the input, we'll do errors dot cardholder. Then we'll do errors dot cardholder. Errors dot cardholder. Oh, dot message. And we'll copy this for everything. And here. Oh, I put in the wrong spot. Let's put it here. And so we don't need this or this. So they're all card handler right now. So D should be card number. D should be expiration date, and D should be CVV. Okay, so let's try submitting it. And it's not showing me anything right now. Why not? Am I missing something? Let's try typing stuff like 111 or John Doe. Card number. Valid numbers and complete purchase. Something's wrong with the validation. I can't tell what it is. Let's see here. Oh, is it just revalidate mode? Let's see. No. We have the register with the form state on submit. Text yellow. Error. Card holder. Dot message. Oh, I see. So we did not provide a message. So here's what we can do. I can show you how to do that. So for CVV, we'll just say, we'll make these very generic. Invalid CVV. Invalid expiration date. I think I want to put a dot here. And invalid card number. Invalid CC. I see. Yeah, CC number. Card number. So if I did that, that should show up now. Yeah, there we go. See? And then we didn't put a message here, so we can do that. Maybe let's do it here. So I think we can turn this into an object. No. Let's see. Message. Let's see here. Register. Put. Did it give you a example by chance? Let's see. So like this. So we can do, instead of true, we can say card holder name is required. Submit. Okay, so now we have custom message. So yeah, I forgot that I hard coded these messages. So yeah, I see we can do, turn that back to true, and be like, change the 3 to value 3 message invalid cardholder name, or let's see, cardholder name must be at least 4 characters. I mean, people have 3 names. That's silly. It's 2, 3. Okay. All right, bad messages, but whatever. Okay, so it's not showing a message here because it's true. So required, or we don't even need required, right? Are we doing required? Let's see. Why does that work? Value. Oh, min length value. So 3 is that, I mean. Cardholder name must be at least required. Cardholder name is required. Cardholder name is required. Let's just have a placeholder. So required. Sorry about this. Bad planning. Required true. This should be outside. Required true. And then we can do, if there's no message, invalid cardholder string. Cardholder name. So we'll put a fallback for any messages 0. And why is not showing? Dot message. Dot length greater than 0. I'm gonna log these errors real quick. Errors. Dot cardholder. Okay. Dot message. Where is it? I gotta do a ternary, I think. Very silly. Where is this? And errors. Dot cardholder. Dot message. Otherwise, let's try this. There you go. Cardholder name. So if the message has no length, just put cardholder name. Okay, so I wouldn't do a validation like this anyways. I'd probably use Zod for sure. Zod and React Form are very great together. So yeah, so let's carry on. So now that we have error states, now that we have getting the values only, so we're not logging the values here because our validation is passed. So let's do that. So look at the errors as I type here, right? So like John Doe. You see how it's changing as I type? I don't like that. personally. See, the errors go away as you type. So instead, I'm only going to revalidate mode on submit. So it's gonna reevaluate any validation only when you press submit. 222, 333, 444. And then here we have expiration date March. Let's do March 2027. CVV. We'll complete purchase. It's still bad. And we'll put 555. Invalid CVV. So it's still doing it as it types for some reason. So 222. Oh, I think that's on blur and stuff. So I think that's gonna be like on reset options on what are the options here? On blur, on submit, on change. Okay, it's okay. Let's stop logging these errors, and we'll put submit, and we get our values. Okay, so we get our values. We do the validation. We show the errors. What else can we do? We can do some cool things. Actually, it's a lot of things we can do to reactive form. It's very like feature rich. So one thing we'll do here is I'll show you something. We'll pull out the set value and we'll pull out the watch, and I'll show you how to use these two things. So we can do so set value does what it says. It'll set the value of any input, and then watch is like when we watch if we're watching a value. So we can do const watch cardholder. Let's watch it with the watch, and we'll pass in. It knows because of TypeScript what inputs we have. And then we can do a use effect here. So this use effect will have in its dependency array the watch cardholder and the set value. Okay, and in here we'll do if watch cardholder, then set the value of cardholder to the following. I'll do a new line. So take the watch cardholder. So watch cardholder is going to be the value of whatever in the cardholder field right now. Take the watch cardholder. And then take the first character, uppercase it, and then add it to the rest of it. So this will be watching the cardholder as the user types, and it'll automatically uppercase it for the user. So we can test that out. So I'm gonna take this React hook right here, copy this. All right, copy. I'm gonna see it's lowercase, so I'm gonna paste it right here. Paste. Boom. It became capital. So that's something you can do. You can make it a lot more fine-grained, make your user experience a lot better with the watch and the set value. Submit, and now we have a capital. Every time the form will be submitted, it'll be capitalized. Of course, you can do it after the form, but isn't it nice for the user to see like his form information nicely cooked, typed out? I'm gonna type in my own name, Karam. Look, I'm already capitalized. And now, the last and final thing I'll show is how to reset the form, and that's very simple. You can pull out the reset, and right after you submit the form, let's do the form state. Is there a loading? Is loading? Is submitting? Is submitting? Is submitting? Let's try this out with the button. Disabled equal to is submitting. Let's make this async, and let's see when does this run. That's my question. Await new promise resolve set timeout resolve. Let's do 5 seconds to make it really dramatic, and submit. Of course, it needs to be real stuff. Submit. Oh, invalid DBV. Nice. So is submitting works based on like how long it's submitting. So let's make this 2 seconds. We don't need to log the values anymore. We know we got them. And then we can do a reset form. Let's log the values because we're not doing anything else with it. Okay, so submit, reset form, and log the values. All right, so we used the watch and use set value functions to show how we can like really cater the form a little bit. Hello, capital H. We showed you how to reset the form using the React form. We showed you validation and registering inputs, and we showed you how to use TypeScript to make it a lot more great for developer experience. And yeah, use form hook from React form. Stay tuned for the next video. We're going to use Zod with React form, and you'll see how much more awesome it is.